Hello everyone, this is Nico from MXB Shop and thanks for watching this video. I wanted due to the recent controversies, I have decided to publicly respond to some of the questions or comments I've heard and read within the MX Bikes community. The purpose of this presentation is to give everyone the same level of information and to stop the spread of false information. No finger pointing. This is not the goal of this presentation. I will just speak about what I could see, read, hear, and not saying someone said that it's not true. It's not the goal. I just want to, as I said, give the same level of info to everyone. First, I'll just present the team. Maybe some of you are missing some information who does what. So this is the shop team to date. So there's me, typical Canadian as a moderator, and for the support team we have Ryan and Medium. I'll let you pause this slide if needed, so you can have maybe a more clear vision of the, I would say, permission metrics. Topic number one: why there is a quality gate slash application process. So first, it's for, or at least try to make sure that what's sold is not ripped. And without this step, we would already have some stuff with ripped content on the shop. So that that is really important. Then, as once noted, the customer cannot get a refund for obvious reason, and we will talk about that later. It is to protect the customer because, of course, the track needs to at least work and load in game. Limit the number of bad submissions. So don't get me wrong regarding this sentence. Limiting the number of bad submissions is not like preventing um, bad quality stuff to be submitted, but to prevent its number, exactly its number. For example, on MXB mods, you have some tracks that are submitted from creators that are in a hurry. They want to release their stuff. They are so excited, and it's not finished. So they release it, and maybe 1 month after, you have a version 2, then version 3, and everyone has to re-download it because, um, yeah, it was just not finished. This is what I want to prevent, and that's why for any creator applying to the shop, there is first the need to submit the track they want to sell on the shop, and I just make sure that it passes all the quality checks, and if it does, then the creator becomes verified, and once he's verified, he has access to the submission form on the website, and he can upload his stuff. Why not before? Just to save some disk space on the website, and just yeah, limiting the stuff that is on the website, even if it's not publicly displayed. It's better to keep it on the Discord until it's ready. Clarification: the shop is not deciding who is allowed to sell a track or not. Um, yeah, just like I said, um, a good example is Maplar. There was a big controversy with Maplar selling his first ever track, but I am sorry, guys, his track worth it. It worth $1. It worth even more. It's a compound, and yeah, the track is just very good and so fun. I have so much fun on this track. Um, and I do think that it's the overall feedback from the community that the track is very good. And if there is a rule like, no, it's your first track, you're not allowed to sell it, I don't really agree. It's not because it's your first track that it's not good. And that's also why I spend some time, me and the moderators, to test it and to give some feedback to the creator. Quality of a track does not equals fun factor. That is especially for Paris, the track from T-Dub, from MotoX. Yeah, it's an easy track. It's written in the description. There is a video of the track from the third person camera view. So yeah, it's an easy track, and in real life, pro riders um, don't have a lot of fun, I guess, on easy track with small or easy jumps and so on. And maybe some pro riders like it. So you're once again, you're not forced to pay it. So it's just up to you, but you cannot say that a track does not worth to be sold because it's not fun. Then the shop is not responsible of track issues or update. As an example, on Amazon you won't blame and review Amazon itself for a deficient product, but we are still in the middle trying to solve any issues. Um, Again, don't get me wrong, I'm not comparing the shop to Amazon, even if it's two marketplace. What I want to point out here is, for example, there was one of the earlier round causing some game crashes. It's not um, our fault, and the track has been tested and it was loading properly. But we don't all have the same config. We don't have the same amount of memory, the same graphic card. So of course, I'm doing my best when I test the things, but it can happen that there's few issues, and it has been solved. It's not like you paid and you're fucked up and your $1.50 is lost. We make sure that the track is playable for uh, not everyone, because of course if you have a very old Pentium 4 computer it won't load, but we make sure that it's optimized, and that's the aim of my previous video, to make sure that track creators optimize their track. Topic 2: commissions rates. Big topic. Why the shop is taking fees on sales like any other marketplace. The company Virtual MX LLC, because guys, you need to really understand that it's a company, okay? It's not a guy in his bedroom setting up a website and selling stuff. It's a company with rules, taxes, and so on. So, Virtual MX is taking fees on every sales to use its platform as a service. If tomorrow you make movies, you want to share your film on Netflix, you will pay fees. If tomorrow you create a video game, you want to sell it on Epic Game, on Steam, you will pay fees because you will use their existing platform as a service. Second point, make profit. I know you won't like this one, but it's like that, and it's the reality. It's the target of any company. A lot of money invested to set up this company, and something I've read again, that saying I may recover this investment. It's not the topic here, and I don't even understand how it could be brought on the table. There is no reason that the company should stop making money after recovering what has been invested. It makes no sense. Server's price plus everything that comes with a website like email, certificates, CDN. Yeah, reading something like it costs $30 to run an e-commerce website is, to me, so sad because it means that people think that it cost me $30 roughly per month to run the shop. You guys are so far from the truth, and instead of rating statements like that, maybe try to make some research and to know how it is for real websites. And then maybe we can discuss because yeah, it's like you think I went on, I don't know, Shopify and you're good to go. It's honestly it's ridiculous to think like that. Not to think because you're free of course to think what you want, but to write it and so all the people will just read it and be like, oh yeah, maybe it's right. $30 and he's talking about fees to just to pay this kind of charges, but no. Support. Creators only drop tracks and we take care of everything behind, like the support. This is really something you have to understand also that a lot of time is put in the support. And as a track creator, you create your track, you publish it, and then you just take your money. Okay? The support team, the moderators, and me are answering every single ticket like 5 days a week and even the weekend, even if it's written that the schedule is only 24 hours on weekdays. We answer the weekends also. So you have to take this in consideration. You cannot say it's your job to answer tickets. No, it's not. It's not my job. It's not my job to have someone to install the modes in his mod folder or to tell him that he needs to remove this one in two parentheses. It is not. It is a service. It is an added value that we bring to the creators. Then transaction fees. I prepared some math about that, but um, the only thing you have to understand is for every transaction, there is roughly 5% fees plus a fixed amount. And this fixed amount is the worst part because a percentage means that no matter if you pay $1 or $1,000, it's a percentage. But the fixed fees is killing the business of microtransactions because you pay a very small amount and a fixed small amount is taken and it's like almost 30, it's 25, I think 7 percent of the price. So that's what the 30%, the commissions are meant for, to cover everything here. And last but not least, for me, my personal time, which is just like yours, valuable. I test every single track that is submitted. I help creators to improve and increase the quality and performances of their track. So, and in addition of everything I just presented before. Clarification. The fees are clearly displayed on the creator dashboard since day one. No one has been trapped because I could read from creators. Suddenly, 3 months after, then they are taking too much. I don't get it. And to be completely frank here, when someone takes for one track a wire transfer of 5 digits and tell me you're taking too much, I'm sorry, but I don't get it. Because the same track is for free, we receive $50, $100 from donations. So I don't get it. Commissions are clearly displayed on the dashboard of creators. So it's the first page when you go to your dashboard. Yeah, I really don't get it. I'm sorry. This kind of rumor of dramas, I don't get. And it worries me a lot that these people don't come to me to just to discuss. Um, I think it's too much. I explain everything that has been explained here, and that's again the goal of this presentation, just to give everyone the same level of information, because unfortunately people are not able to come to me to have this information. So yeah, I'll explain all included in these 30%, and I think that anyone who knows business is able to understand clearly that it's not too much at all. It's just the good rate. Creators can have, oh, sorry, second point. The fees have evolved since the launch of the shop because at the launch phase, we had no metrics. All calculations were based on estimates. What do I mean? Um, for example, there is all operational cost of the company. And I was like, okay, maybe the shop will have a rocket start. Maybe the shop will just be a big flop. But the investment is still there. So how can I just try to flatten the fees, everything, just to make sure that I can recover? And when you never sold anything, you need to base everything on estimates. And that's what I did. And after months 1, 2, 3, you have some metrics, you can have averages, and you can start to fine tune numbers, rates. And this is what I'm doing. And I'm not doing that because people are not happy. I'm not doing this for whatever other reason. That is just now I have metrics and I can adjust the numbers. The shop, next point related, the shop is only 4 months old. Okay, so I have only a few metrics. I don't want creators can have special deals depending on their performances or role within the community. This is not a new way to work, nor unfair. Just something. When you go to the bike shop to buy your 23 brand new bike, you pay the price that is on the tag. Do you think that everyone is paying the same price? But do you know that the shop selling this bike is paying the same price, if I mean for all the same bikes, okay? So why people are having discounts because they are champions of their street or whatever reason? Because they adjust their fees depending on the performance of this guy. That's just business. It's the basis. And maybe someone will have a discount just because he has 1 million followers on TikTok. And this is ridiculous to me, but that's real. That's how it works. Okay? I think you're not blind, and I think you know that. So if I decide to onboard someone on the shop and give him a special deal only for a few sales because I judge that it is a good communication, a good whatever reason, that's my reason. I have the right to do it. And I hope you can understand this. Or it's a problem. Or it means that one day you will go to any shop and yell at the owner of the shop saying, why am I paying the full price and this guy has a discount? No sense. No fucking sense. Okay? Then, example, very good example with the setup fees of the MyMXP servers. Recently, I lowered the prices because more and more people are renting server. So I lowered the server's cost price. Plus, I am currently investing some money in my MXB to make an automation to instantly deliver a server when you rent it. And guess what? Once it's done and it's working, the setup fees will disappear. But if I am this greedy guy you like to call me, I could just have less work, less workload. I don't have to manually deliver a server and keep the setup fees. But that's not what I'm doing. And the prices are already the cheapest for MX Bike servers. But I'm lowering the prices again because I have metrics and because I can. So I think that most of the complaining people really get me wrong on this topic. Adjustment of commissions. As you can see, the commissions are adjusted over the time thanks to the metrics. So there's this thing with the 50% fees. Again, I won't uh, remake the story, but if the shop were a flop or not selling very nice, I needed to recover. So there was this tiered commission rate. And for your 500 first sales, there is a 50% cut that has been lowered in September to 250 first, and from the 1st of October to the 99 first sales. See how the metrics are? I mean, there's only a few ones. It's just adjusting over the time. And for bestsellers and to encourage um, people having very good sales, since October, if you have more than 2,500 sales, the commissions are lowered to 20%. How can you? I don't, again, don't get it. And the problem is that even before discussing about that, some people are just like, huh, I'm doing a lot of sales and I'm just considered like someone selling only 500 strike. Yeah, because it was the first month. I need time. I even need to discuss it. And it's not like, okay, the time they don't notice it and don't comes to me, I still get more money. No, first it's not getting more money. It's getting what has been initially decided, agreed between the creators and the shop. And yeah, it's just discussions. And the creator dashboard. So I received this kind of screenshot. I took just another one. And it has been pointed out that the shop is not yet sponsoring any series. Again, the shop is only 4 months out. You cannot expect a series to be launched so quickly. How? In October, beginning of October, you can highlight this and tell me you're not sponsoring any series. It makes no sense. It's like tomorrow you open a bike shop and already sponsor people and you don't even made money and you offer bikes or big discounts to people. You just need a bit of time and you need to set it up. Next topic. Third topic, price cap. Oh. So, uh, that was a very tough one. Why the shop is capping prices after this Ariel announcement, and I will say that this announcement was very clumsy because it was just in a discussion like next year price will be $2 and people started to, yeah, just to cry out in scandal as I wrote. And so people just send me some messages saying, it's not normal and it's $2 and next year three and four and in 4 years it will be $10 around. So I just understood that it's true. There was no rule for that. And first, is it my role to cap prices? Not sure, and that's part of the controversies. People saying you're not supposed to decide the price a creator should sell his content, and this is true. I partly agree, but at the same time, I need to protect the customer. This is also true, and that's something really complicated to me. Um, what is the final decision for this? So yeah, I decided to put some price cap, but as clarification, each track is different. And a good remark from Stony is, for example, just taking the example of his last Ario round, there is a motocross track and there is the supercross track on the last round. Is it a compound? Should I allow it to be $3, $4? So each track is different, and even two supercross tracks are different. If you take an arena cross track, that is only maybe 5 lines with a few jumps, and a big one with a big stadium, it's different. And of course, it should not worth the same price, but at the same time, you have to set it between $1 and $2. I mean, you see, it's hard to, okay, maybe you're worth something like $1.37 because it's a bit less quality than the one who is sold 1.50. Uh, do we really need to go through this kind of discussion and drama? I'm not sure. Not sure. Um, and yeah, last bullet point: the price of a track has nothing to do with the time spent on it. Each creator has its velocity. Why saying that? Because some people were saying Stony is releasing a track a week, so it should not worth the same price as someone who needs 6 months or who works 6 months on a track. Um, I disagree because maybe this guy who takes 6 months to release a track, maybe he will just put 1 or 2 hours per day, or maybe 5 hours a week on his track, while Stony during 7 days is putting maybe 14 hours a day in his track, so you cannot. I mean, it's completely irrelevant to have this kind of criticism. Hope you agree. Next topic, refunds. So that's not really something people are asking very often, but I really feel the need um, that it needs to be made clear for everyone why the shop is not refunding. Once downloaded, you can use it at will, and there there is there are download logs. There are download logs. Clarification: this policy is used by almost all digital goods companies. This isn't something new. And what you need to understand is, if you take the example of Steam, you download the game and you can get a refund if you played it less than 1 or 2 hours. But once you get this refund, you cannot play the game anymore. Here, the problem, I would say, or the constraint we have is, once downloaded, we cannot remove this access to the mod. So you can still use it, you can race online, you can whatever with this mod. So it is not fair to refund it once it has been downloaded. There are logs as it's written, so if, and it happened a lot, people purchasing twice because clicking twice add to cart, or just purchasing again 1 week after and telling me, oh, I completely forgot. Of course, I refund this kind of miss from the customers. But if the reason is I don't like the track, I want a refund, no, that's not possible. And at the same time, I will quickly speak about Huron's compound. Huron's decided to lower the price to $1, which is, in my opinion, a really nice commercial, or call it whatever you want, but it's a nice move because it has been released a few months ago. So lowering the price is for me something great. And I received some message: can I get refunded of the difference? But when you purchase MXGP 2022, and when in 23 its price is lowered by 50%, do you call Milestone and ask for half of the price to get refunded? Or yeah. So next slide. Topic 5: Discord public chats. Where are the Discord public chat? So when we launched the shop as a beta phase, it needed public chat because of the number of feedbacks. A lot of bugs, a lot of remarks, typos, whatever. So of course it was really important to have this proximity with everyone. Now, unfortunately, public chats brings more toxicity than benefits. That's a statement, and I think that most of you will agree, unfortunately. And I was like, oh, I'm tired of all this toxicity in public chats. And suddenly I was like, but do regular e-commerce websites have a public chat? Hmm? No, they don't. Why do I need it? The Discord is meant to bring supports and to have this interaction with creators for track submissions and so on. Do I need public chats? I don't. If I run a series, I will create, just like Ariel, just like everyone else, my Discord, because it's community based. But here, it's not. So that's the reason. And what's next? I'm not sure, to be honest. And I have. Oh, what's this logo? Yeah, it's time for announcement, guys. And and we wanted to wait a bit for this, but I have to say that the people involved in this project are so much excited and can't wait much more to announce. So as you could see already on the shop, there is a poll to select a day, a race day for a new series that is the MX Bikes GP23. And guess what? We will have 17 rounds plus one pre-season race, and all the tracks are made by our or one of the best community creators, JV. And I'm so happy and so excited, and he is so excited, and the people involved in this, we already selected some people to stream, to moderate, to do the community announcements, and so it's a real project, and we are working hard to just to have it ready. It will start. The calendar is not fully defined yet, but it will start in the beginning of March, I think, so we can offer people that don't like Supercross an alternative series where they can enjoy motocross tracks. And as it's not the same day, so even people who enjoy racing SX can also race the MX Bikes GP series. MX1 and MX2, same program, means that it's not because you sign up in MX2 that you will have um, short races, or no, it will be the exact same program. We really wanted to make no difference, and it's not because you prefer the 250 that you will have some disadvantages. And by disadvantages, what I mean is, oh, it's a $2,000 price pool for this series, and that's only what's brought by the shop. And of course, we are trying to find sponsor and so on. And this is also the opportunity for me to share with you that you can reach out. You can reach out if you want to, yeah, just to jump on board and want to offer something for this series. We are really, uh, yeah, enthusiastic and excited for this. Of course, now we can speak about that on Discord, and I will share in the description of this video the Discord for this series is already set up. And yeah, when we were talking about public chat, so of course you will have a public chat for this. And you need to join it if you want to, yeah, just to receive all announcements for the calendar and so on. Thank you everyone for following this video, and I will just add all the time tags to any topic, to any yeah, to anything I spoke about. So if you want to find it later, you just have to click this time tag or to right click, copy the link and share it if you just want to share one info with someone else. Thanks again, and see you later.